Morocco, officially the Kingdom of Morocco, is a North African country with a population of approximately 37 million and a land area of 720,000 square kilometers. Its capital is Rabat, and its largest city is Casablanca. As one of the Maghreb countries, Morocco has a long coastline that borders the Atlantic Ocean, surrounds the Strait of Gibraltar, and ends in the Mediterranean Sea. It is bordered by Algeria to the east, Spain to the north, and Mauritania to the south. The country also claims the territory of Western Sahara, which it has effectively controlled since 1975 after the colonial power Spain abandoned it. The earliest settlements in present-day Morocco date back to the Neolithic period, around 8000 BCE, and are associated with the Capsian culture. Remains suggest that a severe drought occurred in Morocco during this period. Many theorists believe that a people called Amazigh, whom they consider the ancestors of the Berbers, existed during this time. Egypt, officially the Arab Republic of Egypt, is a transcontinental country located in the northeastern corner of Africa and the southwestern corner of Asia, including the Sinai Peninsula. It is bordered by the Mediterranean Sea to the north, the Gaza Strip and Israel to the northeast, the Red Sea to the east, Sudan to the south, and Libya to the west. The Gulf of Aqaba in the northeast separates Egypt from Jordan and Saudi Arabia. Cairo is the capital and largest city of Egypt. The second largest city, Alexandria, is a major industrial and tourism center on the Mediterranean coast. With a population of approximately 100 million, Egypt is the 14th most populous country in the world and the third most populous in Africa. Stretching along the Nile Delta, Egypt is one of the countries with the longest historical past, dating back to the 6th and 4th millennia BCE. Considered the cradle of civilization, ancient Egypt was the site of some of the first developments in writing, agriculture, urbanization, organized religion, and centralized government. Kenya, officially the Republic of Kenya, is a country located in the eastern part of the African continent. The country is bordered by Ethiopia, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda, partly along Lake Victoria, and South Sudan. Additionally, Kenya has a coastline along the Indian Ocean in the southeast. The capital and largest city of the country is Nairobi. The name Kenya originates from Mount Kenya. The word Kirinyaga comes from the Kikuyu language, a Bantu language, and roughly translates to White Mountain. This name was initially given to Mount Kenya and was later adopted for the entire country. Of Kenya's total 3,457 kilometers border, 867 kilometers is shared with Ethiopia, 684 kilometers with Somalia, 775 kilometers with Tanzania, 814 kilometers with Uganda, and 317 kilometers with South Sudan. Additionally, the country has a 536 kilometers coastline on the Indian Ocean. The country's climate is generally divided into two main regions. In Kenya's highlands, which are above 1,800 meters, heavy rainfall is observed between April and June and October and November. This rainfall usually occurs during the afternoon, evening, and nights can be quite cool. The coldest months in these regions are July and August, with daily minimum temperatures reaching as low as 10 degrees Celsius. Lagos is the largest city and former capital of Nigeria. It is one of the fastest-growing cities in West Africa. Lagos includes swampy islands such as Ido, Ikoyi, and Victoria, and the coastline of the Benin Gulf, which is a bay of the Gulf of Guinea. There are bridges connecting these islands to each other and to the mainland. The mainland area of Apapa is an important port district. A significant portion of Nigeria's exports is shipped from this port. The Portuguese, who first set foot in the area in the late 15th century, later established a slave trade center there. Lagos became the capital of Nigeria in 1914 and remained under British colonial rule throughout the 19th century. Major industries in Lagos include brewing, printing, automobile assembly, ship repair, soap, rubber, and furniture production. The fishing industry also plays an important role. Lagos University, established in 1962, has a law faculty and a teaching hospital. The climate in Lagos is stiflingly hot and unhealthy. Infrastructure services are inadequate to meet the needs of the rapidly growing population. There are frequent disruptions in electricity and water distribution, and factories contribute significantly to air pollution. On December 12, 1991, Somalia, officially known as the Federal Republic of Somalia and previously referred to as the Somali Democratic Republic under communist rule, is a country located in the Horn of Africa in East Africa. Since the outbreak of the Somali Civil War in 1991, there has been no central government control over most of the country's regions. The internationally recognized Federal Transitional Government controls only a small portion of the country. Somalia is situated at the easternmost point of Africa, bordered by Djibouti to the northwest, Kenya to the southwest, the Gulf of Aden and Yemen to the north, the Indian Ocean to the east, and Ethiopia to the west. It has the longest coastline in the continent, and its land is primarily composed of plateaus, plains, and highlands. The country has a dry climate with periodic monsoon winds and irregular rainfall throughout the year. Zambia, officially known as the Republic of Zambia, is a landlocked country located in the southern part of the African continent. Before gaining independence under the name Zambia, the country was a British colony known as Northern Rhodesia from 1924 to 1964 and was later placed under the protection of the United Kingdom. Zambia shares borders with Angola, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Tanzania, Malawi, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Namibia, and Botswana. The country's name is derived from the Zambezi River. Zambia gained its independence from the United Kingdom on October 24, 1964. The capital of the country is Lusaka. The name Zambia is inspired by the Zambezi River, the fourth largest river in Africa, which originates in Zambia, flows through the eastern part of the country, and forms a border with Zimbabwe. Ethiopia, officially known as the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, is a large country located in the Horn of Africa in East Africa. The capital of the country is Addis Ababa, which means new flower in the local language. Ethiopia shares borders with Sudan, South Sudan, Eritrea, Djibouti, Somalia, and Kenya. It is the second most populous country in Africa. Ethiopia is one of only two African countries that successfully defeated European colonial powers and maintained its sovereignty as an independent nation. In 1945, it became the first independent African country to join the United Nations. Following a 1993 referendum, the region along the Red Sea declared its independence as Eritrea, which led to Ethiopia losing its access to the Red Sea and becoming a landlocked country. Algeria, officially known as the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria, is a country located in North Africa. With an area of 2,381,741 square kilometers, Algeria is the largest country in Africa by land area and the 10th largest in the world. It is also the largest country in the Arab world and the African Union. With a population of 44 million, it is the 8th most populous country in Africa. Algeria's neighbors are Tunisia to the northeast, Libya to the east, Niger to the southeast, Mauritania and Mali to the southwest, and Morocco and Western Sahara to the west. Ethnically, it is an Islamic, Arab, and Berber country. The country's name means islands in Arabic. In Algeria, hominid skeletons over 2 million years old have been found. Researchers have also uncovered Homo habilis and Homo erectus fossils from the Stone Age. During the Neolithic period, the areas that are now the Sahara Desert were wetter, allowing humans to live in what is now the southern desert region of Algeria. Cave paintings from this period have been discovered. Ghana, officially known as the Republic of Ghana, is a country located in West Africa. It is bordered by Côte d'Ivoire to the west, Burkina Faso to the north, and Togo to the east, with the Gulf of Guinea to the south. The country was named the Gold Coast during the colonial era by the United Kingdom due to its rich gold deposits, which are a major part of its mineral wealth. The country's largest city and capital is Accra. The name Ghana refers to the ancient Ghana Empire, the first major empire in West Africa, which is documented by Arab traders in the 9th century. The empire was known by its people as Wagadu or Tariq al-Sudan. while it was referred to as Ghana by North African traders. The climate during that time was similar to the present, making it a favorable location for agriculture and livestock farming. The groups belonging to the Sangoan culture left the region due to a severe drought that began 25,000 years ago and lasted until about 13,000 years ago. This prolonged drought made it impossible to continue agricultural activities, leading them to abandon the area. Ivory Coast, officially known as the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire, is a country located in the western part of the African continent. Its neighboring countries are Mali, Burkina Faso, Ghana, Liberia, and Guinea. To the south, the country is bordered by the Atlantic Ocean. The capital of the country is Yamoussoukro. In the 16th century, due to the abundance of elephants in the region, the Portuguese kingdom engaged in elephant hunting to obtain ivory and conduct trade, leading to the killing of many elephants by hunters. As a result, the country was named Côte d'Ivoire, which means Ivory Coast in French. For many years, ivory was one of the country's most important export resources. However, due to the confusion caused by the country's name being rendered differently in various languages and international settings, in 1985, President Félix Houphouët-Boigny decided that the country's name would only be used in its French form, and it could not be directly translated into other languages.